Orzhov, Self-Bounce versus the brilliant Nagata. Okie dokie, ready for some magic. Yes. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to Shadowy Backstreet on turn 1, which is gonna slow this whole thing a little bit, but that's fine. That's okay. Let's go with what? The Kirin. Not bad. That was actually very good. Because that just makes my turn right now super awkward. I'm gonna ditch that. Let's pick this up, come on. Okay, they're fully stocking up. This is gonna be potentially difficult. I cannot chain the Cosmogrand into anything else. So let's go for the Avatar again. Found a flanker. Or the Acolyte. Let's go for the Acolyte in this time around. Let's go in for the attack and keep up Kirin or get lost. So recasting this at least, you know, gives me stuff back. I even have a sure hit with the flanker if I do it again. Yeah. Kind of forcing them to act here, which I'm very happy about because I'm going to go for the Acolyte. Now I know they will sweep, but honestly, just even drawing one card here is okay. So they will sweep now, most likely. They don't have double white, but maybe they will. They have it or found it. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm reaching a point where I don't have many cards left, so... And the sweeper will definitely give me problems. Oh, but going for stock up. That's a very good sign for me. Wow, able to pressure 4-color control. I think that was... Yeah, I mean, it must have been because... That's probably the only deck that runs the inevitable defeat. But yeah, I didn't expect this to work out that well because they usually have, once they haven't like stock up twice, usually it means that, you know, they're gonna find exactly the tools they need to defeat you. But okay, nice. Well, I guess thanks to the Overlord keeping who kept finding new threats, more threats, and kind of allowed us to keep up value-wise as well. All right, on to the next game, Orzhov Self-Bounce. Orzhov Self-Bounce versus the Bargler Arrow QT. Okay, yep. Then we want to find land. So I'm going to ditch that. Do you like to kick it off with the Overlord? Oh, actually, I have an Acolyte. I should have taken the Kirin, to be honest. But alright. They're gonna take the Shoot the Sheriff here, most likely. Now, what I'm most afraid of is 100% Kaido. And I need land. Okay, that was perfect. What to do here? I can't prevent Kaido at all, no matter what. Gonna keep up Shoot the Sheriff. They have blue, so they it's Kaido. I can tell.
Slim chances just make victory that much sweeter.
Yeah, Kaido makes this very difficult now, but let's see what we can do. Sting. So I could double block the Kaido. But they can also kill. Now, double blocking here is a risk, which I'm not going to take. Because I know they might destroy one of my creatures during the combat. Oh, this is perfect. That land, that untapped land was really good. Ah, but Kaido doesn't die. Oh, man. And I'm already 11. The problem is they have, like... They're pressuring me still with the Sanctuary as well. Yeah. They're gonna draw 2 again. Yeah, I think this game is lost. That Kaido needed to die, really. That plus, they plussed very nicely there. Okay. And now, like, going for Kaido feels so bad because they're just so far ahead anyway.
So hard.
Alright, well, we got the Overlord finally. Finally got rid of Kaido too, which is so difficult and it takes so much effort. And they usually get so much value out of him already. In the form of damage. Now I'm sure they're going to do something here, which is nice because I can respond with nowhere to run. Oh, interesting. Creature gains double strike. This has lifelink, that's really important, but I doubt it's gonna survive here. They're gonna stun it. Oh, they're not. Okay. Oh, interesting.
I've trained with the best.
Unless they have exactly Spell Pierce, this could work. Oh, they can destroy it? Oh my, wow, that was big. That was very big. They're probably gonna chump block here. Yeah. Really taking out that double strike, because there was no second strike to be done. I'm gonna pick up this Nowhere to Run. And create some of these. Wow, this is a nice board I made now. So I feel like I was able to come back here, and the lifelink on the Acolyte is super important and very, very, very helpful. Kaido is a problem. Like, it's so huge now as well. I'm gonna have to, like, block with everything. I will. Oh man, if I do that though, they can easily throw me off. I'm gonna chump block. Let's do chump block. Yeah, that's better. More Acolytes. Okay, so they can block one. They can block one and destroy one, maybe. Okay, interesting. Well, I think now we won.
There's gotta be another way out.
Wow. These Acolytes just turned this game around. Having so much chump blockers is worth so much. And being back at 19 obviously is also big. So we did it. Despite Kaido really two Kaidos just messing with me so badly the whole time. Just attack with everything here, I would say. And the opponent just leaves anyway, so there's no choice to be made. But wow, yeah, that looked... that was a difficult match, for sure. It looked that like the opponent was in favor early on because of the Curiosity and the Kaido really just being big and sticking around for many turns. But yeah, able to come back mainly because of the Acolytes and the lifelink they provide. On to the next game. Orzhov, Self-Bounce versus Yusuke. Lands work. Something to pick up is good. Two removal spells seems alright against a red-based deck too. That's okay, that's fine actually. Because I don't want them to make the dragon with this engineer. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to pick that up and then use it again. That's fine. No dragon, please. Next turn I can break into that. Ah, unfortunately they made it that goblin. That goblin makes this very awkward, but okay, it is what it is, isn't it? They're just gonna sack the goblin, unfortunately. At the beginning of combat, okay. So stop before combat. Oh no, that's an outlaw. Oh, how am I gonna deal with that? I need to draw something to chain with the Cosmo. Or I just cast this normally, okay. Picking up, yeah, Pixie is nice. Okay, I'm at 8 though, so that's really low. So I need to, hopefully this can stabilize here. Okay, they're going for the burn. They're going for the burn. I need my Elegy Acolyte really urgently here. Okay. Ah, they... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a shame. They were just a little bit of ahead. This thing, the Howl Squad Heavy, just kind of ended the game. Yeah, and this had haste, so they were able to tap this for mana immediately. So, yeah, that was unfortunate, but I don't think... I did have a lot of removal, so it should have been manageable, but yeah, they did overrun me. So all we can do is go to the next game. Orzhov, Self-Bounce versus the mighty Doka GT. Yep. Let's put a creature in between us and the opponent. Now they can't pump, obviously, so I can't really block well. Okay, well, no, good news. My thing has reach. Are they gonna... Ah, they're gonna kill it. Yeah, the burst lightning. Perfect. Perfect timing for their burst lightning. Okay, hopefully I can now finally kind of deal with their stuff. By flashing in the Kirin and picking up the Nowhere to Run and then just recasting it. Also, I can play this and into this, which is nice, so I can trigger it immediately. Which one should I block, though? Neither of them... Oh, this one... Oh, no. They can put a counter on that one. So, I will actually block like this. Okay, so I am expecting them to do something here, of course. A Helix. I'll still kill the show off because that flies. That's just a little bit more problematic for me to deal with. They're gonna burn me again. I'm almost in burn range soon again. Interesting. Oh, Menace. Menace is problematic, but we have something we can do against Menace. And this is a perfect moment for Tinybones. Oh, only a land, but it was a good land, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna triple block here, even though it's not... Even though my Cosmogrand could die from that. If they don't attack here, that's good news for me. I'm gonna do like this. I hope I... Let's see what I hit. Oh, no. Yeah, the Pixie. That's what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted. Picking up Nowhere to Run. And passing the turn. And now hopefully my value can take over. But that's a problem too. That card is... The Quarry Mount Monastery is actually a problem. I have to cast that in response. The Ruckus is annoying a little bit, but it is... That's what it is. What it is. Which I can't chain spells here at the moment. Let's keep some stuff back. Just in case they have some hasters. I'm at 11, so I can withstand a little bit of burn, but not too much. I can draw a card with the Fountainport next turn, which will hopefully be, yeah, get me a little bit ahead. A removal spell would be nice, or anything where I can pick up something. A flanker is actually fine too. Let's just hit with the Flyer and the Cosmogrand, actually. Because I don't really want to use the Cosmogrand Zenith as a blocker. The Flanker gaining me 3 life is pretty good. Getting closer to the Overlord, becoming a 5/5 creature is pretty good. This is pretty bad. Okay, +3/+2 until end of turn. So they can turn this into a... wow, 3/2. So that's 4. That's a 4/4. Plus they can pump it 1, 2, 3 times. So that's basically a 7/7, right? So I need to chump block that. They don't get trample, so that's all good. I may want to keep this in hand so that I can double spell for the Zenith. Oh, it does get trample. Oopsies. Wait a minute, no. Oh, only if it was cast for some warp cost. Okay. I'm glad I decided to play the Flanker on my turn. So I can now trigger the Zenith. The Acolyte is amazing. The Sanctuary is also not too bad, actually. We can attack for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not enough yet, so let's just attack with these two. And next turn we should be... yeah, next turn we can win anyway. So I just need to survive a little bit longer. I have 12 life. The opponent has 1 land and 1 unknown card. I think we should... that seals the deal. Yeah, so surviving the early onslaught of Boros, aggro, and then thanks to the Zenith and Recursion and the Fountainport, yeah, able to outvalue and win in the long game. And that's what this deck is good at. So let's keep playing. Let's go head to the final game of today's run with Orzhov Self-Bounce. Orzhov Self-Bounce versus Cood 0429. This is only black, so that's a problem. Like, I'm not playing anything in the first few turns. No. Yeah, this is better. I'm gonna ditch 1 Tinybones, because I can pick the one I keep. It's legendary anyway, so yeah, that's actually a good... probably the most sensible card to put back here, making this mulligan at least a little bit manageable, let's say. Okay, that's Simic. Simic aggro, not an easy... that's going to be difficult. That's a popular deck at the moment. It's pretty good. Let's hope they don't have the... okay, the Cub. This can create 2 mana right now. Okay, and a Druneth as well. Wow, look at that board. At least we can take out the last card in their hand. So let's hope they don't draw into anything else. Because they have 4. They have so much mana basically, despite being on 1 land or 2 lands. Ooh, they cannot attack though, and that's big. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. How good is that? Just, they ramped so hard. Really giving me trouble. I'm gonna have to flash in the Kirin, pick up that, and hope that works. Like, that's the only way I'm getting rid of this one Shatong. Only attacking with that, why? No, I'm actually gonna do it like this. Oh, that's so good. They're gonna keep getting that land back forever. Okay, but now with this Elegy Acolyte, I hope things can get better. But they're earthbending every turn, but only earthbending 2. So now with the Acolyte, I can block those. So that's fine. Oh, shooting the Sheriff is good. I can't attack well, though. Not yet. I need to end of turn shoot the Sheriff on the one Shatong. And then I can attack nicely with my flyers. Okay, they're making 2/2 lands. That's fine. I have control over that. But if they just draw into a Ouroboros, this game is just instantly over immediately. Yeah, this is good. Whenever 1 or more, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna play the other one. I want to draw cards. That's what I want here. This is not so great. This is good. Yes! Now, honestly, if I were the opponent, I'm not sure I would have conceded here. Because, as I mentioned, one single Ouroboros would have put them so far ahead immediately. Even with my Momentum Breaker and this, I wouldn't have been able to get rid of the Ouroboros. Yeah, surviving the early onslaught, even a early ramped up one Shatong, which was really good, drawing the opponent cards, creating a 4/4 Vigilant Flyer. But yeah, getting rid of Druneth was important, I'd say. And then the problem for the opponent was they just weren't able to get through once I had the Elegy Acolyte up. Like, their creatures were just too small. I would always pick off some, and then the life gain would have just regained whatever damage they dealt. So, yeah. Nice. Orzhov, self-bounce. Let's head over to the recap. Alrighty, Orzhov, self-bounce, 4-1 in today's run. Unfortunately, no, not really any new cards from the new set, but as I said, that, you know, you don't want to just cram all these new cards into decks just for the sake of it. I play always keeping just the overall meta, you know, in my mind, and play whatever works at the given moment. Well, of course, I do like to test out new decks, and this one is a deck I haven't played so often. But yeah, today I picked up this deck, and let's take a closer look at it. As usual, I start with the lands. This deck has a lot of the early lands. It does have 3 Shadowy Backstreets, but only 3 tapped lands is fine, plus a Restless Fortress. So that's 4. That's okay. The deck does like to have turn 1 mana available. Seamrip and Tinybones Joins Up come to mind, but yeah, it's also fully okay to start with a turn 1 tapped land into then a turn 2 play. Yeah, and then we have a few utility lands. We have 2 Soulstone Sanctuaries, a Fountainport, and a Restless Fortress. Just, yeah, because it's a 2-color mana base, we can afford to add a few uncolored lands for extra utility. We have, yeah, Seamrip, a good early removal, but we don't want to go overdo it because it only removes things that are mana value 2 or less. Also, yeah, this one has have the benefit of being able to get picked up again because they're permanent. So the Nurturing Pixie and the Sunpearl Kirin, which is, by the way, the engine of the deck, picking up all these enchantments and recasting them is so much added value. You're all basically able to use the Seamrip twice. Also, these creatures have decent stats. The Pixie is actually a 1-mana 2/2, and the Sunpearl is a 2/1 with Flash, which are very good abilities for creatures that cost very little. Yeah, the Tinybones is there to pick off the opponent's hand here and there. If you can chain this a couple of times, you can really get the opponent's hand down, especially in like on turn 2, 3, or 4 when the opponent maybe already played a few of their things, and then you pick off the 1 or 2 last cards in their hand. Then is when this is the most potent and has the largest impact. The engine here, Pixie and Kirin. Then we have a good removal package. We do have some spot removal, Get Lost and Shoot the Sheriff, just because it is needed. But we also have the classical Pick Me Up removal in Momentum Breaker and Nowhere to Run. Momentum Breaker having the advantage that if the opponent doesn't have a creature, they have to discard a card. So this is has double use. Nowhere to Run is good because it's targeted removal. And that's also very important if the opponent is flooding the board with smaller creatures that they're happy to sacrifice in order to, not have to sacrifice their most important ones. Nowhere to Run can help and works there. Then for more pickup value, we have a Most Helpful Weaver, which is really nice. A 2-mana 2/1 with Reach, which can be picked up and then you can make another one. But also it will grow on the next turn with the Saga level number 2, the lore counter number 2, making it a 3/2 or putting the counter on other creatures. And then it gains double strike on the following turn. In case you are on the offensive, then that will, increase damage quite significantly. The Cosmogrand Zenith is amazing because it picking up and recasting is usually a 2-spell thing, so it's pretty more easy for this deck to chain 2 spells into one go, so you will be able to trigger the Cosmogrand fairly easily. A flanker is a must in this deck, I would say at least one, because picking this up and reusing the ability, you can regain life, you can exile the opponent's graveyard twice, so a lot of added value from the flanker. And then we have the high end. Actually, the Overlord is a 2/of. You don't always want to pick it up, but it's also okay to do so because that always generates value. But it helps you just find your Pixie and Kirin more often than not. But basically, any creature you find is extra value. So this is just a value addition to the deck, but also a 5-mana 5/5 can be helpful, and we've seen this creature hold down the fort here and there as well. One Elspeth, just as a top end here, just to have some power that's not reliant on other things. It's removal, it creates soldiers, it can be a win con, it pumps your team, so there's a lot of added values benefit here. And then we have one of the most important cards in the deck, in my opinion, the Elegy Acolyte, for many reasons. First, you do need some kind of card drawing engine, and this is it. And your Kirin and Pixie fly, so it's easy to trigger. It has lifelink, so it is super important to stay alive. If you survive the early game, sometimes against red-based decks especially, you need to be able to get back to a healthier life total, and this is what the Acolyte does. And then the Void ability can be triggered very easily by picking up things with the Pixie and the Kirin, which makes it much easier for this deck to trigger the Void ability and create additional 2/2 robot artifacts using the Acolyte. And yeah, there you have it. The deck is pretty strong. It's just very value. Like, you have so much value. Picking up things, reusing them is always card advantage. The Acolyte is card advantage. The triggers from the Cosmogrand are card advantage. The Pixie, being a creature and picking something up. So once against aggro decks, if you survive the early assault, with your removal package, you should be good. And against control decks, you're able to just keep the pressure high using all the value that your creatures provide, and relentless attacking. Plus, also utility lands can be helpful there as well. And there you go, Orzhov Self-Bounce for you. Definitely a fun deck to play, a very unique deck's playing style, and definitely works in the current meta at this point in time. So be sure to give it a shot. All right, let's take a look at some flavor text. Let's look at Tinybones Joins Up. It was going to be the greatest heist of his unlife. And on that note, thanks for watching, have fun, see you in the arena, and peace.